hardly said a word to her. Did you bully her after I went to bed?
Well, certainly not. Exactly the other way about. She threw the slippers in my face. The moment I entered the room, the slippers came bang in my face before I'd uttered a word. And she used the most perfectly awful language.
I can't say I'm surprised. And you mean to tell me that after all her hard work, and after doing this wonderful thing for you without making one single mistake, you two sat there and hardly said a word to her?
Well, we didn't make speeches, if that's what you mean.
You didn't thank her, pet her, admire her? And she only threw the slippers at you. I'd have thrown the fire irons at you.
Mr. Henry, a gentleman wants to see you most particular.
Oh, bother, I can't see anybody now.
He's been sent down from Wimpole Street.
Who is it?
Mr. Doolittle, sir.
Doolittle? A dustman?
Dustman? Oh, no, sir. A gentleman.
All right, show him in. By George, Pick, this is some relative of hers she's gone to. Someone we know nothing about. Genteel relations. Now we shall hear something. Doolittle! What the dickens has happened to you?
Henry Higgins, did you see this? Look at this. You've done this. Done what, man? Look at this hat. Look at this coat.
Good morning, Mr. Doolittle. Won't you come in?
Thank you, ma'am.
What has my son done to you?
He's ruined me, destroyed me happiness, tied me up and delivered me into the hands of middle-class morality.
You're raving, you're drunk, you're mad. I gave you £5. After that, I had 2 conversations with you at £0.50 an hour. I've never even seen you since.
Oh, mad am I? Drunk am I? Tell me this. Did you or did you not write to an old blighter in America to say the most original moralist at present in England was Alfred Doolittle, a common garbage man?
What, Ezra D. Wonderfeller Jr.? Oh, I remember making some silly joke of the kind.
Oh, you might well call it a silly joke. It's put the lid on me right enough. Just give him the chance he was looking for, to show Americans isn't like us, that they recognize and respect merit in whatever class of life, however humble. Them words is in his blooming will, in which he leaves me £3,000 a year, on condition I lecture for the Wonderfeller Moral Reform League, as often as they ask me up 6 times a year.
But this solves the problem of Eliza's future. You can provide for her now.
Yes, I'm expected to provide for everybody now at £3,000 a year.
He shan't provide for her. She doesn't belong to him. I paid him £5 for her. Doolittle, you're either an honest man or you're a rogue.
A little of both. Henry, like the rest of us, a little of both.
The point is, have you found Eliza?
Have you lost her?
Yes.
Blimey, you have all the luck you have. No, I ain't found her, but she'll find me quick enough now. That's what you done to me.
Now, you listen to me.
You wait here for a moment, Mr. Doolittle. Henry, I've a surprise for you. Do you really want to know where Eliza is?
Yes, where is she?
She says she's willing to meet you on friendly terms and let bygones be bygones.
Is she, by God? Pickering, where is she?
Now, promise to behave yourself, Henry.
Good morning, Colonel Pickering. Quite chilly this morning, isn't it? Oh, how do you do, Professor Higgins? Are you quite well? But of course you are. You're never ill. Won't you sit down, Colonel Pickering?
Don't you dare try this game on with me. Get up and come home and don't be a fool.
Very nicely put indeed, Henry. No woman could resist such an invitation.
Let her speak for herself. There isn't an idea that I haven't put into her head. I tell you, I've created this thing out of squashed cabbage leaves in Covent Garden. And now she pretends to play the fine lady with me.
Will you drop me altogether now the experiment is over, Colonel Pickering?
Oh, you mustn't think of it as an experiment.
Oh, I'm only a squashed cabbage leaf. But I owe so much to you that I should be very unhappy if you forgot me. You see, it was from you that I learned really nice manners. And that's what makes one a lady, isn't it?
Ha!
And that's what makes the difference, after all.
No doubt. Still, he taught you to speak, you know, and I couldn't have done that.
Of course, that was his profession. It was just like learning to dance in the fashionable way. Nothing more than that in it. But you know what began my real education?
No.
You're calling me Miss Doolittle that day when I first came to Wimpole Street. That was the beginning of self-respect for me. You see, the difference between a lady and a flower girl isn't how she behaves. It's how she's treated. Now, I know that I should always be a flower girl to Professor Higgins because he always treats me as a flower girl and always will.
Don't grind your teeth, Henry.
But I know that I can be a lady to you because you always treat me as a lady and always will.
That's very nice of you to say so, Miss Doolittle.
I should like you to call me Eliza now, if you would.
Thank you. Eliza. Of course.
And I should like Professor Higgins to call me Miss Doolittle.
I'll see you damn first.
Henry?
But you're coming back, aren't you? You'll forgive Higgins.
Forgive? Will she, by George? Let her go. Let her find out what it's like to be without us. In 3 weeks, she'll relapse back into the gutter without me at her elbow.
You won't relapse, will you, Eliza?
No, never again. I don't believe I could utter one of those old sounds if I tried. Ow!
Ha-ha! What did I tell you? Victory! Victory! Ow, 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 ow.
Henry!
Ow!
It's Eliza, it ain't my fault. Your stepmother... Henry, look, Henry. Oh. Colonel, I'm getting late for the wedding.
Wedding? What wedding?
Mine.
Yours?
Yes, in spite of all I've said and done, my wife. She's going to marry me. I'm feeling uncommon nervous about the ceremony, Governor. Wish you'd come and put me through it.
But you've been through it before. You were married to Eliza's mother.
Who told you that, Governor?
Well, nobody told me, but I concluded naturally.
No. That ain't the natural way, Governor. It's only the middle-class way. But don't tell Eliza, she don't know. I always had a sort of delicacy about telling her.
No, quite right.
And you come to the church and you see me through straight.
With pleasure, as far as a bachelor can.
May I come too, Mr. Doolittle? I'd be very sorry to miss your wedding.
We should indeed be honoured by your condescension, Mum. My poor old woman, she'd look upon it as a tremendous compliment. She's been very low lately, thinking of the happy days that are no more. Eliza? Your stepmother's going to marry me. Will you come to the church and see me turned off?
I've ordered the car, dear. Wait for me. Colonel Pickering can go with the bridegroom.
Bridegroom. What a word. Makes men realize his position somehow. So long. See you at the church. Middle-class morality claims its victim.
Eliza. Well, Eliza, you've had a bit of your own back now, as you call it. You had enough, and you're going to be reasonable, or do you want some more?
You want me back only to put up with your tempers and pick up your slippers and fetch and carry for you.
I haven't said I wanted you back at all.
Oh, indeed. Then what are we talking about?
About you, not about me. If you come back to me, I shall treat you just the same as I've always treated you. I can't change my nature, and I don't intend to change my manners. My manners are exactly the same as Colonel Pickering.
That's not true. He treats a flower girl as if she were a duchess.
I treat a duchess as if she were a flower girl.
I see. The same to everyone. Oh, I don't care how you treat me. I don't mind your swearing at me. I don't mind a black eye. I've had one before this, but... I won't be passed over.
Then get out of my way, for I won't stop for you. You talk to me as if I were a bus.
So you are a bus, all bounce and go, and no consideration for anyone.
Once for all, understand that I go my way and do my work without caring tuppence what happens to either of us. So you can come back or go to the devil, whichever you please.
And what am I to come back for?
For the fun of it. That's what I took you on for.
And you can throw me out tomorrow if I don't do everything you want me to?
And you can walk out tomorrow if I don't do everything you want me to.
And live with my stepmother?
Yes, or sell flowers. Or would you rather marry Pickering?
I wouldn't marry you if you asked me. And you're nearer my age than what he is.
Than he is.
I'll speak as I like. You're not my teacher now.
I don't know that Pickering would, though. He's as confirmed an old bachelor as I am.
That's not what I want, and don't you think it. I've always had chaps enough wanting me that way. Freddie Hill writes to me, twice and 3 times a day. Sheets and sheets.
Blast his impudence.
He has a right to if he likes, poor lad. And he does love